You give them the most you can. Most, Missouri's 529 education plan is available to help. In the next few minutes, we'll show you how to start saving for education and why beginning to save today is one of the best decisions you can make for the children in your life. When you think about education, you may immediately think of cost. And that's not surprising. Whether it's for grades K through 12, college, a trade school, or a postgraduate program, education can be one of the biggest expenses your family will face. When it comes to saving for college, although it might seem impossible to save enough to make a dent in the total cost, don't panic. Most families use a variety of sources to pay for tuition, room and board, and other education-related expenses. They usually don't borrow the entire amount or pay the full cost of college. In fact, according to the College Board, the average cost in 2018 for 1 year at a public college was $21,370, and that includes tuition, fees, and room and board. But the average amount families paid was only $14,900. Because of changes in federal law, Missouri taxpayers can now also use up to $10,000 per student per year to pay for K through 12 tuition without any state tax consequences. Please note, however, that state tax treatment for this type of withdrawal is determined by the state where the taxpayer files state income tax. If you're not a Missouri taxpayer, please consult with a tax advisor. In this chart, we see the breakdown of how students paid for college in 2018. As you can see, grants and scholarships took care of 28% of college costs, and the amount covered by students was about equal to the amount covered by their parents. For many years, tuition rates at four-year public colleges increased at about 6% a year. Published tuition and fee prices of colleges and universities were about the same in 2018-2019 as in 2017-2018, after adjusting for inflation. However, in recent years, the range has been less than 3.5%. Here's the good news. The earlier you start saving, the better off you'll be. For example, imagine that your child will start post-secondary education in 18 years, and you want to pay $50,000 toward 4 years of college. To reach your goal, you'll probably need to save about $130 a month. Your investment earnings could take care of the rest. Even if you can't save that much, keep in mind that saving even a small amount can decrease the amount you or your child will have to borrow to pay for higher education. If you borrow $50,000, you or your child could end up paying off almost $70,000. But if you save, you might only have to invest $28,000 to pay for the same education. Now, let's look at how a 529 plan can help you save for education. First of all, what exactly is a 529 plan? A 529 savings plan is a type of investment account that's used to save for education. It's named after Section 529 of the Internal Revenue Code, which spells out the federal tax breaks associated with these accounts. 529 plans are usually sponsored by individual states, and you can generally invest in any state's 529 plan, regardless of where you live or where your child goes to school. If you're a Missouri taxpayer and you invest in the Most 529 plan, your money can grow without being subject to federal or state income taxes. And if you use the money in your 529 account to pay for qualified higher education expenses, and now for K through 12 tuition expenses as well, you won't ever have to pay federal or Missouri state income taxes on your investment earnings. You can deduct up to $8,000 of your Most 529 plan contributions, or $16,000 if you're married and filing jointly on your Missouri state income tax return. And last but not least, if you have a lot of money to invest in your 529 account, you can make a lump sum contribution in 1 year of up to $75,000 per beneficiary, $150,000 if you're married and filing jointly, and treat it as if it were made over 5 years without triggering the federal gift tax. So why choose MOST, Missouri's 529 education plan? Investing in the MOST 529 plan offers Missouri residents state tax benefits, but the plan is open to residents of any state. The MOST 529 plan also gives you flexibility and control over your money. As an account owner, you can save for anyone, even yourself. You can use the money for higher education at a range of schools, 2- and 4-year colleges, vocational or trade schools, and graduate schools anywhere in the United States or even abroad. You can also use the money to pay for K-12 tuition at any elementary or secondary private or religious school. You can transfer your savings to an eligible family member if the child you're saving for gets a scholarship or doesn't go to college. You can control how your money is invested and what it's used for, even when the child you're saving for becomes an adult. And you can open an account with a contribution of any amount, there's no minimum, and contribute as much as $325,000 per child. Investing in the MOST 529 plan is easy and convenient. You can choose from 3 age-based investment options designed for saving for higher education, or choose to customize your own mix of individual portfolios. Either way, the plan offers a broad range of investments that are professionally managed by Vanguard and Dimensional Fund Advisors. The investments are low cost and diversified to help give you the best chance to meet your savings goal. The plan offers 3 age-based options designed for higher education expenses: conservative, moderate, and aggressive, that can simplify the way you invest. You simply pick one of the options based on your comfort with risk. Then your investments are professionally managed for you, meaning the asset allocation in your age-based option will gradually become more conservative as your child approaches college age. Therefore, you don't need to adjust your investments over time. If you'd rather do it yourself and have more control over your investment strategy, or if you're investing for K-12 goals, you can make up to 5 selections from our lineup of 16 individual portfolios and then manage that mix on your own. No matter which investments you choose, consider signing up for recurring contributions, also known as an automatic investment plan or AIP. This service allows you to transfer money from your bank account to your MOST 529 plan account on a regular basis. The plan even offers payroll direct deposit, so you can have your 529 contributions deducted right from your paycheck, if your employer offers this option. These features can help you save before you get a chance to spend. You can manage these services and your account by logging on to most529.com whenever it's convenient for you. Opening an account online is easy, and it takes just a few minutes. You'll need to provide your address, birth date, and Social Security number, the birth date and Social Security number of the child you're saving for, and if you're making your first contribution by electronic transfer, your bank routing and account numbers. Before you open an account, you'll also need to know your investment choices. For help, select Which Investment Should I Choose on the website's homepage, or choose one of the informational icons during Step 3 of the online enrollment process. Want more information? Our quick guide to opening an account lets you know exactly what to expect. Just go to most529.com and choose How Do I Get Started? With discipline and dedication, you can make the most out of your education savings. And Most 529 is here for you. You'll be in good company with the Most 529 plan. In fact, as of May 31st, 2019, nearly 170,000 people like you are investing in the plan. Contact us if you have any questions about the plan or would like to speak with an education savings specialist. Your local specialists are available to come to your location to provide more information about Most 529. You can also connect with other savers on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. Visit us for the latest plan information, education savings tips, and updates on our contests and events.